Yes, guys. Morning. Basically, they reported me on TikTok, so I got taken down off the live. So I'm going to start a live on Instagram. No one is going to silence me. No one is going to censor me. And this is all recorded when it's all said and done. You understand? But basically, I'm here, one second. I'm here to tell my story, right? And nobody else is going to tell my story for me. No one can't shame me. No one can't do anything. So let's just lick off the shots already and get over and done with. Yes, my real name is Melissa. Yes, my mum is Diane, right? Hold on. They're saying there's no sound.
Oh.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Is there sound now?
Guys, put in the chat if you can hear me. Yes or no?
Oh, there is sound. Someone said there is sound.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. At the end of the day, I can only tell my story. So let me just pop off some shit for you so it's public information. My name is not Elaine. It is Melissa. Yeah? And my mum is Diane. Yeah? And Diane used to live in Woodford, Ray Lodge. Big up to Broadmead and all of those sorts of people. Right? That is it. So when people want to reveal certain shit, and whatever it is, because it's going to be revealed anyway, because people are trying to put out narratives about me and all of these sorts of things.
No, it was revealed already.
It's fine. But at the end of the day, it needs to be said. Right? And I'm not going to let no one try and tell my story and try and paint my mum into this. To be honest, my mum is a G. And she did the best she could. And this is my sister over here who is actually taking care of me. I can tell my story. I'm not ashamed of telling my story, understand? I'm not ashamed. No, the reason why I have to explain it is because people think that they have a file on me. But if I make my file public, now what you going to say?
No, hang on.
I don't run from the truth.
Hang on. Let's just
I don't run from the truth.
We was doing the live. And they reported the live because what she did was she went back to the beginning of her and Q's Clue, whatever his name is. She went back to because he got hit up about she was accusing him of the grape thing,
yeah,
right? So she said, no. I went on Shade Borough. Shade Borough was the first people to put it up. So when you came to me about my weight, I told you, ain't you got better things to do, and used what was on Shade Borough.
Yeah.
But he didn't go for Shade Borough. He said she was accusing him of grape. But he did say, what exactly did he say?
Basically, he said in his video, Shade Borough. So this is the thing that Clue is trying to have me up on, right? He's trying to say, oh, you're trying to make all these allegations and all of these sorts of things. Shade Borough posted, that Clue clipped one of his episodes and said, and Clue even said of his own mouth, if he spends racks on women, and if they're drunk, he will take them back and still sleep with them. Let me make myself very clear. This is what Clue said. Clue said, if I spend racks on a woman, and she is drunk, I will take her back and still sleep with her. That is grape. I'm a Yeah, that's what Shade Borough posted.
No, but when she said that on the TikTok live, bare people started reporting her page. So I'm saying this don't make no sense, because in order for them to sort it out, he thinks she came with some accusation out of thin air. That wasn't the case. So how is it going to get sorted out? Because I've been on his page and I've been through all his comments. Some of them are actually funny. Yeah. I went on her page and I've been through the comments, and so many people are saying, look, let's just stick to the point of the black community and how we're going to build it and everything else, and you two done now. They even told him to done. Even some of his followers were saying he done. So I'm saying, okay then, rather than do that, go on. She said, okay, I'm going to go and do a live, because then there's people on there doing TikTok lives, making me doing bare stupid stuff. At the end of the day, if you're reporting a live when she's trying to explain herself, how? Because nobody wasn't disrespecting Clue over there. I'm sure somebody must have screen recorded it.
No, he didn't.
And sent it.
He didn't say she mashed up, drop her home. He said, I'm taking her home. He said, I'm taking her home. He said, I don't care. I'm taking her home. That is great.
Right. At the end of the day, whatever was said, that's where she got that information from. He made it to look like and came at her for her weight and everything, because he turned around and said that at the end of the day, she then made this allegation and is accusing him of rape. She didn't say that, and she didn't know that. Right. Anyway, he then came at her, she then went at him, and at the end of the day, when you come for somebody's family, because her partner is her family, they've been together for a substantial amount of years, and you're saying you're going to throw hands and feet and do all these things, she's going to come for you.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, you're not a gal, Q. She is a woman, you are supposed to be a man. So at the end of the day, remember, if you come for a woman, even such a strong women like us, because I've grown them to be very strong, independent women.
Work out for you.
They're going to come, she's going to come for you. She's going to hell. She's bringing up the laugher, as Cardi B would say. Right? So at the end of the day, that's the situation. Now, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Whatever he said, whatever narrative, she used that the same way he used something from her page, right? Or whatever was out there. Now, you're saying, at the end of the day, I don't mind the story being out there. That's why no one don't come at me. That's why I'm not have TikTok or none of them things. Yeah, because my mouth ain't light. But I'm telling you, all I want to know is, are you lot going to done it from here now? Or are you going to keep going? Because the same way you have a phone, not even on her, on my mum, and certain things from when they're young, as she said, they were young, they were brought up by me, they weren't about that life. Do you understand? You talk about 2.2 and 3.3 and all these things. They don't know about them things. You understand? So at the end of the day, on there, I invited Clue to come over and say, look, it ain't about come over, done her, she could done you, whatever, and quash it. Say what you want to say, she could say what she want to say, and you quash it. But if it's coming, no, hang on. But if it's coming, let me finish, let me land. But if it's coming to the streets, this is not a war you on start, because it's not going to done. I'm not saying I'm bad. I'm not saying I'm badder than anybody, but I'm riding or dying for my pitney them. Done.
Okay, let me just address something here, because people are saying she started on Clue first. We watched Bray's RTM, her in the mix. What did I say to Clue? Because clearly you guys were there and you guys watched it. I was there. This is exactly what happened. Spray was talking to me about boycotting the South Asians. He turned to me and said, oh, so are we boycotting Clue? I said, who is Clue? He said, Sanjeet. I said, he sounds Asian, so yeah, we're boycotting him too. That is all I said. So none of you pussy holes can come and try. No. No, wait, let me finish. Because none of you guys, wait, no. I'm just calling people pussy holes in the chat because they feel like they know what's going on. No, listen. They feel like they know what's going on and they do not. Do you understand? Right? I did not come for him first. Spray asked me a question. He said that he's South Asian. We're talking about South Asians. I said, yeah, we're boycotting them too. That is it. Do you understand? So whatever narrative you're trying to paint, it doesn't work over here.
Wait, hang on a minute. We're on here. You said don't try to play victim. Let me be honest with you, whoever just said that. I'm here because there ain't no victim over here. The same way you run up a file on my mother, it took me one phone call and 5 minutes to get Clue's file. Let me be very clear. Now, I'm not better than anybody, and I'm not going to ever tear down anybody like that.
Right.
Let me be very clear. Yeah, because we're big people. He is significantly older than her. Let me make that clear. He's supposed to be a big man. So whatever narrative anybody's trying to spin or whatever, that's it. But let me be very clear. If he's still talking about this hands and feet business, then that's how it's going to go. But for me, personally, I want it quashed and done. At the end of the day, this was about spending in black-owned businesses. How has it got here? How has it got here? And no, she wasn't racist. When she was going through the Tommy Robinson thing, how much support did she get? Because she's supporting South Asians. Tommy Robinson ain't really coming for blacks. He's coming for South Asians. Let me be very clear on that. Yeah, he's not really, they are racist to blacks, but they're not really coming for the black people. They're racist to South Asians, and she backed that. What she's saying is they are disrespectful, they're selling our stuff. She even gave the statistics of how much is going into their community when they wouldn't even put a barrel in a raw shot for us, for Hurricane Melissa. Even when people were sticking up for them, they even came back on and apologized because they were even getting backlash. White people never done that to her when she was done in their dance.
Right.
White people never come and said that they're going to grape or beat up a black woman if they can't get to her. Come on, guys. We have to stand up for the team. Do you understand? What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the movement is bigger. So these things are going to happen. And guess what they are going to do? Clue says he's black, but I don't know who's saying he's not black or what. I don't know. That's not my business. That's none of anyone's business, to be fair. But at the end of the day, Clue, you're claiming that you're a black man. At the end of the day, then you don't need to support the movement, but at least support the racist backlash that was getting from her saying.
He didn't talk about that. He don't care.
No, but let's support.
Yeah,
if at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I've got Asian friends.
All of these men.
I've got Asian friends.
All of these men have Asian friends. They don't care.
I've got Asian friends too. I'm a very big person with a lot of people, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that £400 a month out of what I spend monthly can't go into my black businesses. They can, and I made it a point because I'm even thingy of that. Do you understand? I'm even weak of that, going to the Asian shop, going to my meat shop and all of them things. But I make sure I still use South Asian shop, but I make sure £400 of my monthly budget goes to black businesses. And that's what she was saying. All right, we can't get around not using Asian shops. If we did it for a month, though, their businesses would fail. And look how much backlash we're getting from that. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It didn't need to go here, innit? So I need to know, Clue, are you coming over here to address what you want to address? Because nobody's going to come at you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's not about tearing each other down and disrespecting no one. Nobody needs you to explain yourself. But if you have the rest of the file,
hold on. Let me just clarify this, yeah? Because now now certain men, black men, are in the chat talking about how I addressed his father. What you need to understand is, when I did my first video and I said, who is your dad? You're a jacket. It's not nothing new that Spray has said. It's not nothing new that Chronix has said, right? That's the first thing. The second thing now is that he got personal. If he just got personal with me and was like, oh, Elaine, this, that, or whatever it is, cool. But then he decided to bring my partner into it because he didn't have anything on me and he'd look like a pum-pum cussing out a gal. So what he then did, he threatened my partner and pulled up a picture of my partner. So now you are going personal. Do you understand? So now that you're going personal, I will absolutely comb through your social media. And lo and behold, I discovered a golden nugget of your father. You understand? So now when you put out something, and I actually did a warning video. I said, Clue, if you're going to talk about my partner, I will rifle walk over your forehead. That is what I said. I said, keep it personal between me and you. But if you're bringing family into it, then I'm going to rifle walk over your forehead.
And we're going to raise up the dead.
That is what I did. I didn't stutter, right? I didn't stutter. And I discovered that golden nugget. So I used it. The same way he discovered his golden nugget, thinking he's going to use my man against me, I used his father, right? And this is the thing with you black men as well. You feel like there's rules in terms of how taking it too far. You're reprimanding me, but not reprimanding a big, dirty, stinking 40-year-old man.
No, let me be clear.
Yeah?
He's over 40 and he is significantly older than her. This is the point. At the end of the day, yes, we will. We'll pull out the lava. You want to go low, we're going to hell.
We're going to hell.
We're dropping the lava on your ass.
We're going to hell.
But at the end of the day, that's between her and him. We don't care that he pulled up the file. As I said, I've invited him over here to pull out the rest of the file publicly so that it can just be addressed and done. Because as I said, they don't really know about certain things. So I'm here to address it because I know about it. Yeah? So if he wants to pull out a file on my mother, do it. Because you still can't trouble her. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
See, look,
So at
he's
the end of the
44.
day, so exactly.
44.
Right, no, but I wasn't gonna bring out the date of birth. Right? As I
It's
said,
public record.
No, but
his
as
name's
I-
Leon Morris. It's public record.
but as I said, we're not here to tear down Clue. Clue needs to come over here and let us know what time it is.
Right.
Before, again, we have to raise up dead.
Right. So all of you man that's beating off your gums in the comments about Clue, share this live with Clue and say Elaine is calling you.
No, and not to talk about any family members. But if he wants to continue on with the file, he has my full permission. I am here to answer it. Because as she rightly corrected, her life was nice. She lived in a house with a swimming pool and them there.
Right.
Yeah, her life was nice. She never lived that life. You understand? She even asking me about what 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 is.
What's 2 and 2 and 3 and 3
Listen,
and 3
I
and
was
5?
laughing. But, because they weren't raised in that life, they don't know about that life. Yeah? But Clue is. So since he wants somebody who's about that life, I'm here, Q. I'm here because they can't address you. I can.
Oh, yeah, he is working because he works in the job centre, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
He
Q,
does.
job centre finish at 4:30.
Oh, well, it's 12 now, so it might
think.
be your lunch break. It might be his lunch break.
No, make him have some lunch. Make him have some lunch. I actually have a meeting, guys. So guess what we're going to do? No, guess what we're going to do? At least the man's holding down a job. No, I'm not laughing because enough people sit down in them yards and do nothing. Right, anyway, in fact, I have a meeting. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to resume this at 3:30. So everybody come back on the live at 3:30.
And make sure Clue is here.
No, but Clue, you need to actually come because otherwise it's not going to get resolved. If you don't want to resolve it, come on and say it.
Right.
And we're outside. Because we're not hide. Right? But at the end of the day, if you want to, we don't need to resolve it. Nobody needs to be friends here.
Yeah.
Roll out the rest of the file. Do whatever you want to do. Because we don't live in a glass house. The whole world knows about it because me tell them. Me tell them. That's why nobody don't bother come at me. Because me not live in a glass house and me can get anybody's file in 2 minutes.
Right.
Right from a laptop.
So you guys, what you need to do is invite Clue over here. We are going to...
And also this Jay Moore boy who said, oh yeah, I know her sister, I know her brother. So since you know me, Jay, you will know I don't play about them. And I will give my life for them. Yeah, you will know, Jay. So you stop hiding behind a keyboard because I was searching for you to come and address you myself. Do you understand? But all now we can't find you. Come like ghost, lick a duppy back. Move your ass. Right? So stay there with your duppy back self. But you're invited to join as well if you want to join. We'll resume this at 3:30, guys.
I'm begging mercy from no black men or Asians. Are you crazy?
Beg mercy for who? Who said beg mercy?
They're saying beg mercy.
Who's begging mercy?
No, I don't know. I have
Well,
no idea.
I think you got this twisted. Replay the live.
Listen, anyway, I'm going to hop off live because I don't know why TikTok ripped me down, but it's fine. At the end of the day, we'll be back on in the afternoon. Make sure your man Clue is up here and he comes to my live so we can address the issue. People are saying it stopped. People are saying I'm wrong. People are saying he's wrong. Let's just address it, innit? He has big smoke for gyal, but none for man. So gyal is calling you out to the pulpit, Clue. So pick up Leon Morris.
But the thing is, you never went to Shadeborough. That's the point here. But at the end of the day, if we're actually, as your followers are saying and her followers are saying, if we're actually going to stick to the point here, let's deal with the points about our black community and what's happening in it. Because the same way you're putting up a file on her mum and her life and this and that and blah, 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 is the same way you clearly have issues as well. Do you get what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you want to talk about them, Auntie is here. Don't worry. But at the end of the day, if you don't, then just let us know what it is. Because this hands and feet's talking, I'm not really feeling this.
He's saying hands and feet. That's what he's saying.
That's what
hands
he's
and
saying.
feet.
She's and feet. She's not going to get it. My brother-in-law's going to get it. All of these things. Sir, you're just back up on the wrong family.
And all of a sudden, all I know of your hands and feet is you don't have any. You really don't.
No. Listen, I'm not
don't.
saying I'm better than anybody, because everybody
You
can
don't.
come and say that they don't and they do and they're bad and they're this and they're that. But let me tell you something. You see, for these pitney, I lose my life. Done. I'm outside. I'm outside, and it's not just me, it's a
Sorry,
whole army.
can we just confirm as well? Clue made claims that my mum's arm is missing or her hand is missing and her foot is
because
missing.
it got chopped up for a drug taking. She's got two arms.
She's got two arms. She's got two arms. So that already he's lying about. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
so
he got
information.
He got information that's flawed, and that's why I'm telling him, come with the rest of the file.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, even if they quash it, he might send that rest of that file to someone else. So to be fair, let's just deal with the whole file now. It ain't nothing to hide.
100.
At the end of the day, me never take it. She never take it. She don't even know what 2.2 or nothing is. She didn't even know when he was saying, oh, she's doing the cat. She didn't even know what cats was. Yeah. She's asking us what's cats. So to be fair, Clue, I'm here that knows your lingo. So at the end of the day, I'm here to address the rest of the file. Come on, bring it out. I don't need to come at you or your family or you with your file. I'm happy to explain. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to be the only one coming. Join the queue of people that's coming. But if that's the only file you lot can get, because they live their lives very accordingly.
100.
Let me be honest with you. Yeah? So anybody can get that file. It's public knowledge on the road, because guess what? Most of the time it's me put it out there, sir.
Listen, people who don't know my mum is a G.
She will all come on here and tell you about her business.
She will all come on here and tell you what kind of life she lives.
And she will school Q on how to be a criminal.
How to be a bad gal criminal, you understand? People don't know my mum. My mum was a bad gal. Ask your dads, ask your uncles, those who are in the street, you understand? They know who she is. They know who Diane is. I'm not afraid to talk up my team, you understand?
But at the end of the day, you didn't come with her file. It's not her life.
It's not my life.
So,
and that's where he fell down.
If you want to talk about that life and that life, then he's the person to answer it. But I don't really want to get involved like that. Do you understand? Because it's not going to be nice. And at the end of the day, we don't need to take it to the streets. But if you want to come with the rest of the file, join the live, come with the rest of it, good. I will tell you what's flawed and what's the truth, so everybody knows it's out there, it's done.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, so calm. I will tell you, yep, that's true, Q. No, that's not true, Q. Yep. And trust me, I will do it.
Forever Chance, I've always been loud and bad. What are you talking about? Right now, we're having a conversation. This is amongst intelligent people. If you want mix up and drama, go onto My Boys Live and YouTube and do all of that.
No, but that's
join the 5, 6, 7, 10 hundreds of lives on TikTok about me. Go ahead.
No, but the thing is, that's why they tore down the TikTok, because we're here talking sense. We're not here tearing down Q with Q's file. Do you understand? We're not trying to be doing that right now. But unless that's what Q wants. But at the end of the day, well, nobody wants to do that. This is bigger than that. This is a movement. Black people, if we stick together, you know, trust me, we are forced to be reckoned with.
100%.
This is what these people want to see. So even him and her going back and forth like this, yeah, this is what these people are like. Because then it forgets about the real narrative of what we're trying to do. Put money back into our black community, even if that's £100 a month out of your budget, £200 a month out of your budget. That's what you need to be doing. That's what we all need to be thinking about, is how can we do that? Do you understand? At the end of the day, this has gone on for too many days where people are all forgetting about the boycott thing. It's now her and Q. Q's their dad, her mother, this and that. And it's not even nothing to do with about she and Q. Who his mother slept with to get him ain't none of no one's damn business. Because it's the mother's ting. That's the mum's business. That's none of no one's business. Whether my mum went out there on her scooter and was doing her things them and whatever she was doing, that's none of the people them business. Them did get her money to do it. That's none of no one's business. So what his mum was doing with her thing and what my mum was doing with her scooter ain't none of no one's damn business. To be honest. But since we need to make it public knowledge, we can. But at the end of the day, we don't need to. So Clue can come on here and tell us what it is. All I need to know is it's not a street thing. Because if it's a street thing, that's a different thing. Social media just dead, because we're done with that. Public apologies, by the time we're done, will be given on social media. Let me be very clear. Begging will happen on social media. Let me be clear. Because I'm willing to march out. And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm not coming with no bad talking. So let me be very clear. There's always somebody better than you. So don't act like you're bad. No. But let me tell you something. I'm mad for my pitney them.
His plan was to ride my wave, right? And get riled up. This is what he does. But at the same time, I could go back and forth as well. This is what he does. But at the same time, he took it too personal, right? I've never heard him use sprays, people them, chronics, people them, whatever. But it feels like he can do it to a black woman. But I'm here to teach him and anybody else, you cannot do it to me. You understand? So whoever wants to say, oh, drop it and this, that, no. Because if it's not Clue, it's going to be somebody else. And already
100%.
black men are talking on me. So I'm going to make Clue an example. Do you understand? So regardless of whether you think it's right or you think it's wrong, I am a black woman and there's not really any black men protecting me. You understand? There's not really any black men checking this dirty, stinking 42-year-old man. Do you understand? So now I have to stand in it. Stand up in this. Because no one is standing with me.
No, she never took it personal. He took it personal.
He took it personal when he posted my man.
He said he took it very personal. He scrolled her thing and went on the pictures. He started taking it personal. At the end of the day, even what he said about my mum and everything else, we found it quite funny. So if you watch her last video, you will see. It's actually funny. Because you have got, realistically, break it down now. You've tried to commit crime since 2006. You've been trying to commit crime. And for every crime you committed, you got caught for and in jail for. And for 3 of them, you've tried to rob people with a toy gun while she was in school and at uni. So let me be on, come on, we don't need to say any more. Do you get what I mean? At the end of the day, whoever just said fuck your mum, maybe yours is getting fucked. I don't know. Do you get what I mean? But at the end of the day, we don't fuck our mum round here. Maybe that's what you do.
Wait, let me block you.
No, don't block him. But at the end of the day, it's fine. Yes, our mum was a crackhead.
Wait.
No, don't block him.
Hold on, I'm not.
Yes, our mum was a crackhead. She is no longer a crackhead.
Hold on.
No, address them.
Hold on. I'm just reading it.
To be fair, I don't think he's Indian. I actually think he is half black, to be fair.
I think he's Indian.
I know. I think the narrative has been pulled from way before when people are coming, he should have blah, blah, blah. And I think they just come at him.
He is Indian.
Yeah? No, I don't think so. I do think he's half black. But, and at the end of the day, to be fair, we're not round, as I said, who his mother gave her ting to get Clue ain't no one's business. Why is everyone watching Clue's mother's front? Why are you doing that? That don't make no sense. It's nobody's business.
All right, guys, listen.
The same way what my mum done ain't nobody's business.
Listen.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I didn't say he was a black man. I said, I think he's half black. So yes, he's mixed, clearly. I don't know. To be fair, we don't know. Clue hasn't confirmed nothing. So I'm not speaking on Clue. As I said, I'm not here to tear down Clue. We just want to know what time it is. Yeah? If you lot are going to done and not talk on each other, then done and not talk on each other from this day forward. If he wants to come with the rest of the file, come on the live with the rest of the file.
Hold on. This BGB guy 11.
Yeah.
I think he was the one who was talking about mum.
Accusing him of great...
Hold on. BG 11. Come up here. Come up here and say what you need to say. I'll invite you on the live. Come up here and say what you need to say.
BG 11, come. Yeah, because you know what? You was the one saying that she lives in Wood. Were you the one or Jane Moore?
I don't know. One of them. But yeah. Elaine accused him of rape. Why not address that? I have.
We did. She did address that in the beginning. She addressed that in the beginning.
Let me address it again for BG 11, right? So Shade Borough posted... a clip of his episode where he said that, oh, I'm going to be honest with you. If I spent racks on a woman, and she is drunk, I'm still taking her home and sleeping with her. That is grape. I don't know why you man don't know that, but that is grape. The same way, let me teach you something. Let me educate you, man. You understand? Because you don't understand. And this is why you get yourself into problems when women accuse you. Even if you remove a dom, yeah, and the woman don't know, that is grape. Do you understand? This is why you, man, get yourselves into the problems that you get to, because you don't know what you're doing. He said that on Big Shade Borough. I saw it myself.
But he never went to Shade Borough about it.
He didn't go to Shade Borough.
He don't want to go for a man.
And I referenced that.
But guess
I didn't
what?
say, hold on. I referenced that. That's where you're confusing it, because you need 2 brain cells to understand. I referenced that. And I said in my video, don't you have other content like taking up drunk girls and graping them? I didn't make a claim to saying, I know who you graped.
Or you graped someone.
Or you graped someone.
She never said that.
I didn't say that. I said when Shea Borough posted that you would take drunk girls home and grape them because you spent racks on them, that is grape. So please.
No girl said that he removed the dom. She used that as an example, as the saying, let me school you guys.
Yeah.
Even if a guy sleeps with someone and removes the dom, that is also great. She never said.
It's an example.
Hang on. Before I'm going to run back to Clue, because this man made the comment, I just saw, she never said that Clue done that. Rewind and come again. She never said that. She used it as an example of that is also grape. Do you understand? That's what she's saying. She never said. So let's clear this up. And I think this is what happens, which is why Clue needs to come on the live.
Right.
Because people are reporting things that she said, and she never said that.
Yeah.
She used it as another example of that is grape, in case you guys didn't know. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, a lot of young guys don't know this.
They don't.
They don't, because you're already in the process of doing your thing and enjoying yourself and thing. And then you take off the thing and the girl's saying it's great. How is that great? You're enjoying yourself. You just took off your thing.
No. At the end of the day, what you guys need to understand is I stand in everything that I say. I don't mind explaining myself. I don't mind breaking it down 3 ways. Do you understand? So at the same time, you're talking about, oh, who started it first? Clue started it first when he went personal and exposed my man. Yeah, the rest of the stuff that I said in my video is nothing new from what Spray or Bouncer has said. Do you understand? So all of you black men, take this message back to your king Clue and tell him that I will be live at 3:30 p.m. and we can go back to back personally. But if you want to take it somewhere else, we can also do that too.
No. He made the accusation that hands and feet are going to be thrown. It's not about if you want to take it somewhere else.
He has made it.
I just want him to clarify.
Yeah.
Because I know people chat off their mouth on social media and you're going back and forth and everyone's like, yeah, I'll box you down, I will do these things. Yeah, but for me, they're my kids, so I take things very personal. You understand? So at the end of the day, when you talk about hands and feet, whether on her, my brother-in-law, any part of my family, I'm right in. Yeah? And I don't want to start it because it's a war. He's probably got people and bad and everything. I'm not saying I'm bad, but trust me, I don't know, because you don't know people and where they're coming from. But also, you don't know her and where she's coming from and who's prepared to lose life for that. Yeah, let me be honest. So hands and feet, we need to keep that out of the process. As long as you come on and say you're keeping that out, that's what I'm concerned about. Do you understand? If you have the rest of my mum's file, as I said, she don't know nothing about 3.3 and 2.2. She weren't raised in that life. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, I'm here. You can address the rest of the file with me. Who knows that lingo? Do you understand? So me and you are similar age, so we're good. Do you understand?
This is OT. Hi, OT. How are you? This is the, you know, in the RTM thing, OT is the guy with the dreads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, yes, hi. I saw his thing.
Hi.
Oh, your little friends. But all I'm here to clarify, guys, we'll be back on at 3:30 because I actually have a meeting. We actually have, like, serious
shit
jobs.
to do.
So basically, all I'm here to do, Clue needs to come over, run the rest of the file on the person that needs to be run on, because that's me. Yeah? And then what we'll do is you're either going to quash it right there, sir, or you're going to keep talking about hands and feet.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, trust me, Q. I know you've got people too, and whatever. I'm not saying I'm the baddest thing, but you see, the wrong person to mess with is someone that's willing to lay down their life for their kids. So the war ain't gonna done.
It's not.
And at the end of the day, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want you threatening when you're seeing my brother-in-law or anything. I can't manage that. Do you understand? And I don't think you'll be able to either, because it's not going to done. And it's not going to be a simple box down or box over. It's not. I'm not playing that. Not with my kids. You understand? So guess what we're going to do? We're just going to see what you want to do with this and clarify what you want to do. And however you want to play it. But coming on this live later on, we're not going to be here to try and tear you down. Do you understand? If you want to roll out the rest of the file, roll it. Because nothing that's hidden. That's why nobody never comes at me.
Exactly.
Because I don't play that.
Do you think I shied away from that? Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, they're not going to shy away from that either. But you talk about 3.3 and 2.2. She don't know about that. She wasn't raised like that. We never raised her, sir. So at the end of the day, as she said, she was there in her swimming pool, living her best life, swim roll, like Ross fish, yeah, and doing her thing. You understand? So what we're going to do, 3:30, we'll come back. Clue, if you got time or you need us to change your time, let me know. Run the whole of the file, because ain't no shame around here. It wasn't me that done it. It wasn't her that done it. It wasn't any of my other siblings that done that. It's on that one person who was supposed to be a parent at that time. And unfortunately, she wasn't. But she had me who could pick up that pieces. And now she is an actual parent. Now she's clean and all of them things. And trust me, take it from me, she is now clean. And that's a lot for me to say. And anybody that knows me will come on here and say, yeah, Keisha ain't saying that.
No one can ever shame us about our mum. That's what you don't understand.
At the end of the day,
we always own it.
At the end of the day, it's not about that. Your story is your story, and it makes you the person of who you are. But I'm happy for you to roll out the rest of the file, and I will tell you what's true from what's not true, since we speak the same language. Because she na chat, sir. She wasn't raised, sir. But me and you speak the same language, and me and you are similar age. So when we're talking about hands and feet and rolling out a file from back in the day, roll it. I'm inviting you to roll it, because I don't play that.
All right, guys. Well, I'm off now. Chronic, OT. We will be back at 3 p.m. If you want to join the live, you can. But make sure that Clue is here, so he can get all the answers that he's looking for. Apparently, I saw in the comments that he wants to do a film on my mum or a video or something like that.
That's right,
yeah. I'll give you all the information. Even my mum will sit down and give you all the information and say, make sure you depict me as a bad blood clot, gal. Yeah? Because she used to beat man and have 2 police bully vans come for her. You don't know my mum. You don't know my mum. So it's cool. Anyway, see you at 3 p.m. Make sure, 3:30 p.m. Make sure Clue is here. Take care.